The game is back. They're not new to this, but true to this.
Can't remember a day I didn't have the basketball.
I play basketball for the love of the game.
You're going to see a battle.
The athletes reinvigorate and motivate to win. The game is not new, but fresh.
Anybody can beat anybody if you don't come ready to play.
Banner season. It's ring season.
Here we go again. The party don't end. Get up, get up, get up and get down.
The love, the fans, the atmosphere. New faces, but the same tradition.
We are the Tar Heels.
Get up, get up, get up and get down. Get up, get up, get up and get down.
A new year, a new opportunity.
Coach, I can't wait to get going. I'm excited.
Not new to this, true to this.
Get up, get up, get up and get down. Get up, get up, get up and get down. Get up, get up, get up and get down.
The road to San Antonio, Texas heats up tonight. A couple of conference champions on display. Charlotte at a Conference USA, the reigning champs. NC State, the three-time champions of the ACC. We welcome you courtside with the national champion, Ernie Myers. I'm Evan Budrovich. Two teams that won conference titles a year ago. How important will that conference championship pedigree be tonight?
Well, we'll see. I mean, Charlotte, you know, they made it to the tournament. They won their tournament. NC State, 3 tournaments in a row in the ACC. NC State has national aspirations, trying to get to the Final Four this year. And Charlotte, they trying to get to the tournament.
Let's focus on a dynamic guard, Diamond Johnson. 10 assists to 1 turnover. How is she so effective passing the ball?
I mean, she's came to play this season. She silenced all the critics. She's running the point guard. She's getting the ball to, you know, players in spots where they can score. Diamond Johnson is doing it all so far this season.
13 points as well in her effort on Sunday. A dynamic duo in the post for Charlotte. Deja Lawrence, Michaela Boykin, the Duke transfer. How are these two so electric scoring?
Yeah, man. They both almost averaging 20 points a game apiece. 9 to 7 rebounds. They're going to need all that tonight to get this win in Reynolds Coliseum.
First matchup in 7 years between these programs. I love when two undefeated teams meet right before Turkey Week. It's a fun week of basketball.
Absolutely.
Charlotte's played NC State well in the Westmore era. 2 competitive single-digit games and 2 rosters motivated coming in. Deja Lawrence hits the first jumper for Charlotte. Here's Westmore's starting 5. Jakia Brown-Turner crossed the 1,000-point mark in her last effort. And Camille Hobby, who went scoreless, was the only player not to score for NC State on Sunday. Nice offensive board, and 1.
There's Madison Hayes crashing the basket. That's what she does well. Here's the missed shot. And Madison Hayes, the and 1. That's what she brings to this Wolfpack program. Desire and hustle.
And toughness. That mouth guard plays a factor for Hayes. A double-double in her last game. Jada Boyd gets the rebound and finishes.
Jada Boyd just snatched that. She took that and put it back. Give it to me. That's mine.
Starting 5 for Charlotte. Maya McGraw in the post. We mentioned Boykin and Busick, the 3-point threat for this 49er team. 5 threes a game last year.
The Wolfpack has to play the passing lanes in this game. They got to keep that in defense intensity up. They've been playing great defensively so far this season.
The Charlotte team coming off a convincing win over Coppin State, starting 2-0. Good back down McMillan, and Jada floats it home.
Nice back down post-up shot by McMillan.
Teams littered with all conference players in CUSA and the ACC as we have an armbar foul defensively on Charlotte. Kara Consuegra in year 12. She wants to replicate what Westmore has built here in Raleigh. A reigning conference champion, 5 trips to the NIT. Now a chance to build as consecutive champs.
Yeah, she's building this program. She's doing a great job. She's been there about as long as Coach Moore has been at NC State. But she's building this program. She's doing a great job.
Her staff was not idle to this. They looked all week at how NC State built the program, continued success. They want to match that in Charlotte.
Well, any school would want to emulate what NC State is doing right now in women's college basketball.
Number 10 in the latest AP poll, just came out yesterday. Boykin, nice move. There's a block for Brown Turner.
Here's Jakia Brown Turner on the push.
And the travel step got her. Wes Moore, meanwhile, knows his schedule gets a whole lot tougher the next 2 weeks. It starts tonight. The look on his face says it all.
Yeah.
No easy win for his program.
No. And this is a builder game, too, is, playing against a tough Charlotte team. They're going to come. They came to play tonight.
Charlotte has always played NC State well in the Wes Moore era. 2 competitive contests back in 14 and 15.
Yeah, and a lot of these players, they know each other. They've been on the circuit, the AAU circuit.
There's Michaela Boykin, the Duke transfer, who knows NC State very well from 3.
Yeah, she just knocked that 3 down. She was wide open. The Wolfpack has to play better perimeter defense.
10th triple of the year for the Charlotte 49ers. Jada Boyd with the size, and she scoops it in.
Jada Boyd in total control. Nice post-up move.
Boyd is facing her sister, who's a GA on the Charlotte staff. It's really neat, the ties between these programs.
Yes.
McMillan backing down and challenging Johnson in the lane.
Yeah, she's backing Johnson down. Johnson is playing straight up man-to-man defense, and she's backing her down in the paint and scoring. She got to keep her out of the paint.
We noted Diamond with her steals coming in, but that's a hard matchup when you have to play inside.
Yes.
Brown Turner just dusts the same on that layup.
Yeah, there's Jakia Brown Turner, the 1,000-point scorer. She's been in a little shooting slump.
Her reaction said it all on Sunday. Prayers to the heavens after that bucket put her over 1,000.
Yes.
Both teams off to a nice shooting start, each over 60%.
Here's Diamond.
Good dish. Knockdown triple.
There's Jakia Brown Turner, the prettiest left-hand jump shot in America. I was looking for a big game out of her today.
96 starts for Brown Turner. How will that 1,000-point threshold open up her game offensively?
Well, it's not the 1,000 points. It's the fact that it's over. Now she can relax and be the Jakia Brown Turner we all know and love, the All-ACC performer.
A 4-year starter for Wes Moore's club. Now late in the shot clock, Busick kicks it around. Lawrence drives with 1 and a block. Madison Hayes there defensively.
Madison Hayes, she plays defense hard. That's why she's in the starting lineup. She plays hard, she hustles. Those hustle plays is going to keep her in the starting lineup.
First double-double in her career at NC State just on Sunday. Another dominant win over Mount St. Mary's, but the competition gets a whole lot tougher the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, the Wolfpack had 64 rebounds in that game.
Here's a steal.
Charlotte gets the ball up the court.
And McMillan with the push-off gets the bunny.
McMillan is playing a great game so far here. All her shots have been in the paint so far.
Jada Boyd fell to the floor, and that's a traveling. Just lost her footing.
Nah, Jada said, I got tripped.
Not in the eyes of the officials. Kara Consuegra, head coach of Charlotte, challenged Jada McMillan to be a more assertive scorer. How does that get done as a point guard?
You just have to go for it. When the coach gives you the green light and tells you, I want more offense from you, you best to give it to her, or you be sitting on the bench.
The Raleigh native also drew a foul there on Diamond Johnson, her first. Because when McMillan's scoring 15, 20 a game, this Charlotte team's much better.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you got another scorer out there. You got the inside players averaging almost 20 points a game, and she's being more aggressive. Coach give you the green light. You got to go for it.
A 2-time CUSA all-conference player. McMillan pops and just missed. Hobby searching for the ball in the post. Here's the matchup on Busick. Draws the double and beats them both.
Hobby with the footwork. She's giving them the footwork early in the game. She didn't score in the last game, but you can't keep Hobby down.
Great point about Hobby. Only player not to score on Sunday when her team puts up 86. An odd nugget for sure.
See the Madison Hayes cut off the baseline. Hands up.
NC State's made its last 4 shots. Boyd, it's a tough look. Good board by Busick.
Yeah, Busick, great box out. Take Jada off the glass.
Lawrence lays it home. Tough finish for the Charlotte product.
Lawrence goes to the basket well. She cuffed that, laid it in off the glass.
Tasia Lawrence grew up in Greenville, moved to Charlotte in middle school, and represents that city oh so well.
Yeah, they love her in the Charlotte area.
Johnson loving it here in Raleigh.
You let Diamond Johnson set her feet, you can put that in the books.
That's the 8th triple for Johnson, most in the ACC.
That's her game, but she can go to the hole. She can drive to the basket. She's a triple threat.
Boyd can travel, and that brings us to the media timeout. NC State red hot from 3, back-to-back triples here in the first quarter.
Yeah, here's Jakia Brown-Turner. Right here with a nice pass from Diamond set up. You let her read the seam, she's going to bury it.
NC State up 3 in the first quarter. Join in an exclusive party, 37th member of the 1,000 Point Club on Sunday.
Here she is right here. Drive to the basket. Here's the 1,000 points. And here she goes. She says prayers up. I'm glad this is over. Now I can be Jakia Brown-Turner of old.
And then earlier tonight, honored for her 1,000 career points with the athletic director, Boo Corrigan, her head coach, Wes Moore.
That's awesome, man. That basketball, they didn't celebrate this like this back in the day. I'm a little jealous,
Ernie?
I'm a little jealous right now, but
you're a 1,300-point scorer in your career, and Brown-Turner's excellent as well. Preseason all
yeah, she deserves it. She's been a baller ever since she stepped on the floor here at NC State.
Has a nice start tonight. 5 points for the Wolfpack. Nice kick out to Boyd, shooting in front of her sister, and knocks down a 3.
Jada Boyd can take you inside, take you outside, take you to the basket.
Her older sister, Ja Boyd, is a GA on the Charlotte staff. She gave her a nice little look after that triple.
Right in front of her sister. Say, remember this, sis, in the backyard?
Tough angle for Maya McGraw on the post, the Gainesville, Florida product.
Here's Diamond on the push.
A matchup of NCAA tournament teams from a year back.
There's nobody that can guard Jada Boyd down low.
So Kiana
She's shooting
Rembrandt.
threes. She's doing the post-up. She's giving them the footwork.
That's a tough matchup for Charlotte. The undersized Rembrandt has to slow down Boyd.
Yeah, she's too athletic.
And now a moving screen on Rembrandt. Rembert, the Illinois transfer. How can Charlotte make up for the lack of size? That was something Coach Consuegra talked a lot about in our call.
Well, what they have to do is, they got to shoot the ball from the perimeter, play, outside in. They don't have the the bigs and the plays, the post-up play that NC State has.
Kara noted that and said our heart, effort, and accountability have to be real strong tonight. Part of the pillars of this program. Heart, as that spells out.
Yeah, play hard. Leave it all out there. That's what she said.
Turner gets a friendly bounce. One night after scoring 1,000, she's red hot tonight.
She's red hot. I was expecting a big game out of her. You can't keep her down for long.
Perfect night shooting, 3 of 3 for the senior. Lawrence draws a triple team as Charlotte's gone quiet. A 12-2 NC State run. Lots of dribbling. Good pass. Can't hit the three.
Yeah, she was wide open. Nice penetration and dish. She just could not finish.
Jada McMillan, the two-time all-conference point guard.
Tough shot, tough shot.
That's the first miss from 3 for NC State.
Madison Hayes has been hitting that 3 early this season, but that didn't have any rhythm to it.
There's Jada McMillan, the Raleigh native.
McMillan had 6 points to start the game, and she got most of those points in the paint.
Tamia Davis short on the 3. She's also out of Southeast Raleigh High School. 3 players from the same high school program.
Yeah, Coach Carroll was talking about, the players that she gets out of Southeast Raleigh High School. Coach Nicole Myers, no relation. 2-time Coach of the Year. She said she coaches them hard there, and she respects her program.
Rembert can't hit the bunny as NC State on a 13-0 run. Starting to pull away in this first quarter. Nice kick. Boyd the extra pass. Johnson the triple. Can't hit. Look at this tussle.
That was great ball movement by the Wolfpack.
So Charlotte 0 of its last 4 shooting. Final possession of the first quarter. McMillan, nice pass. Lawrence, the step back. An air ball to end the first quarter. NC State's defense locked in to close out the opening 10 minutes. The Charlotte 49ers building on a great season in 21-22. Conference champions, regular and postseason. Third trip to the tournament all time. They do graduate Octavia Jet Wilson, an all-conference guard, but bring back a ton of talent this year.
Yeah, they brought back a ton of talent. And Coach Kara, as she's affectionately known to the players, she's doing an awesome job. She's building something in Charlotte.
And then to start this year, a crazy 21-point comeback in the fourth quarter. That's a great way to start a year.
And that's what she has her team believing, that never giving up spirit is resonating with her players. She's building something great there in the city of Charlotte.
And when these teams have met, very competitive early in the Wes Moore era. This was 7 years ago, but that blood's certainly still thick. It's a jump ball called here. Ernie, there are certain programs that get up for that big competition, and Charlotte has seemed ready to play tonight.
Oh, yeah, they came ready to play. I mean, it's an in-state, I wouldn't call them a rival, but a lot of these players know each other. They respect each other. And, Conference USA is well represented with the Charlotte 49ers.
3 Raleigh natives on the Charlotte roster, and one from Clinton, North Carolina, just down the road.
Yeah, that's right outside of Fayetteville.
Charlotte went cold in the first quarter, gave up a 13-0 run.
See Coach Wes Moore, he made the switch from Diamond on McMillan. So he got Madison Hayes, put a little more size on her, and she hasn't been able to get her shot off since.
McMillan
she was posting Diamond up, yeah.
Quickly on Diamond. Jada Boyd pops a jumper, and she's off to a nice start.
Jada
11 points.
Jada Boyd is not playing with anybody this season. I believe she's going to be an all-conference player. She has WNBA written all over. She's athletic. She can go inside, outside. She has nice size and athleticism.
So Johnson with the steal. Good pass into River Baldwin. Great position. McGraw does a good job sealing her off, too. Not an easy shot.
Yeah, Baldwin, I mean, she's a big target, and if she keeps the ball up, nobody can stop her. But great look by Jada Boyd, getting it to her down low. She has to go up stronger.
So here's the switch. Hayes on McMillan. Looks to create space. Rembert for 3.
Man, Rembert had a 30-point game already. Freshman of the week in the conference.
That was in the double overtime thriller against App State. Coach Consuegra begging her defense to play hard as Sanaya Rivers zips one outside.
Jada Boyd just...
And that's a foul on the floor.
She just can't. Nobody could. Her first step is just so quick.
Am I buying too much stock into the sister-sibling matchup tonight? Because Jada Boyd is a woman on a mission.
No. I mean, she came to play. She comes to play all the time. But, her sister's not playing. She's sitting over there on the bench. But, Jada Boyd just don't. Nobody can guard her out here. That's plain and simple.
She's playing like.
She's a matchup nightmare.
11 quick points for the NC State forward. Hayes an open 3. And it's raining threes.
Madison Hayes has worked on that three-point shot all summer. And she got that shot in the floor of the offense.
How do you stop this run if you're Charlotte?
You got to take your time and get the best shot you can get. Like she got right here, that's a good shot.
McMillan the O board.
Nice offensive rebound.
Michaela Boykin can't hit.
The Wolfpack has a lot of size out there.
Here's Sanaya Rivers. Strong move.
She's just so athletic.
Fights for the board. And a jump ball, possession, NC State. How about Madison Hayes opening up 3-ball, 5th triple for NC State.
Here's Madison Hayes. Here's Diamond getting it straight to Madison Hayes. Lining it up. Bang.
More like
she got, I know, right? She got all the rim on that one.
Playing pinball with you here. Alongside Ernie Miners, I'm Evan Budrovich. 2 clubs with championship aspirations. Charlotte, the reigning Conference USA champs. And NC State, Elite 8 aspirations, if not further, after last year's great run.
Yeah, after last year. NC State has lost a lot with Conane gone and Kayla Jones and Kai Crutchfield and Raina Perez.
Insert transfers aplenty. Nice look to Baldwin, the Florida State edition, who goes right over her defender.
That was a better, stronger move to the basket. When she's got you on the back, it's nothing you really can do about it. She has size, length, long arms.
Wow, McMillan is blocked by Hayes.
See, that defensive switch, Madison Hayes is locking her up.
Is that Manny Pacquiao out there with a mouth guard? Hayes is playing tough. First touch for Mimi Collins. Ernie, Charlotte.
NC State has too much size on the baseline.
Charlotte needs
for
a bucket.
49ers.
And the answer, three-pointer for Busick.
And that's what's going to get them back in the game. If they can knock down some perimeter threes, get back into this game.
That stops a 7-minute scoring drought. And Baldwin draws the blocking foul. So free throws.
Diamond.
6-3 center. NC State hitting the portal harder, and we noted Baldwin out of Florida State. And all three are on the court right now. Collins and Rivers adding some depth for West Point.
Yeah, Coach went to that transfer portal and got two former McDonald's All-Americans, one out of Maryland and one out of Florida State. And the Gatorade Player of the Year national champion out of South Carolina. So Coach, he got the most out of it. Just an embarrassment of riches for Coach Wetmore and the NC State women's basketball program.
And he's about to check in Isaiah James, who had a career-high 19 in her last effort. You see Isaiah on the court waiting to check in.
See how Diamond stopped the ball.
Tough look. Good pressure on the shot, as Rembert couldn't hit.
Rivers just glides across the floor.
And one! Soft touch from the Florida State transfer.
Great pass by Sanaya Rivers to River Baldwin.
Transfers to transfers getting the job done as NC State leads by 19 with the and one coming up next.
NC State Athletics wants to wish a happy birthday to all of those celebrating.
In-check sophomore guard Isaiah James is here, number 10 in the white. She was fantastic. 19 points, a career high in her last game.
Yeah, she's playing for the stand. Isaiah James had a great game against Mount St. Mary's. Here she is on the pass. Here she's on the drive to the basket, the nice scoop shot.
And Ernie, she found different ways to contribute.
Oh,
defense,
yeah.
offense.
Defense, offense, rebounds. She can knock down the three-point shot. Very athletic. And she has a flair for the game. One of the top freshmen in the ACC last year.
River Baldwin completes the M1 out of the timeout. This was a 16-13 game not too long ago. 3 minutes left in the first quarter. Rembert with a step back, long jumper. That's a hard shot.
That's a hard shot over a 6'5" player.
See Baldwin fighting for position downstairs. Feeds her and puts it home.
With the left hand. She's a big target. And she's playing big tonight.
River Baldwin, such a size mismatch. 6'5" in the paint.
Look at the defense. Sanaya Rivers.
Michaela Boykin heads to the free throw line.
She's just so athletic, man. I mean, when she came down and directed the offense, I mean, she's a point forward, but she can play that point guard position. I'm so impressed with her.
So a player who won a state title on this court, Michaela Boykin at Clinton High School, hits her first free throw. Tomorrow we'll have the women's basketball game of the night right here on ACC Network. Dawn Staley and #1 South Carolina take on Clemson at Little John Coliseum. Both teams undefeated, and our coverage begins at 6 Eastern. We flying you down for the game, Ernie? That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, right?
Could be a heck of a night. I love those intra-conference matchups, ACC, SEC.
Yeah, you find out a lot in those games. Those are big games.
Amy Collins went through 3 defenders, and it stays here. NC State gears up for the Big Ten ACC Challenge with the likes of Iowa coming up. That's a tough top 5 opponent.
Yeah, and it's in Iowa, you know, out in the cornfields of Iowa. That's going to be a tough game, man. You'll find out a lot about your team playing teams like that. Coach Westmore is not running from anybody.
Madison Hayes banks it home. A stretch of 5 straight difficult, elite opponents. You learn a lot about your club in December.
Absolutely. He wants to be #1 in the net. That's what he says. He wants to find out all the warts that his team has in his vernacular.
Nice pass. Boykin couldn't finish. And Michaela Boykin at Clinton High School was the MVP of the state title game. And with NC State, these are heavy hitters of opponents coming up. We'll talk about the post players first. Aaliyah Edwards for UConn, a double-double machine, all ACC. And Monica Cesano, 23 points a game. She was dominant against Drake last night in an overtime thriller.
Oh, yeah.
Tough matchup in the post.
Yeah, I mean, but NC State has the athleticism to combat that. I mean, those are some great players.
We learn a lot about River.
And both those games are on the road.
There's Baldwin playing tight on defense with a jump ball.
Hey, Madison Hayes, she hasn't come out of the game yet. So that tells you what type of defense she's playing for Coach Westmore and what he thinks about what she's contributing on the defensive end to the Wolfpack.
Boykin hits the jumper. Nice look for the preseason All-Conference USA product. 7 points.
Yeah, she's a good-looking player. That's a nice jump shot.
River Baldwin is tussling downstairs, and a foul here on Rembert. How do you defend Baldwin with that size, that physicality, and that touch?
No, I mean, and that's what I spoke about at the beginning of the broadcast. The NC State's front line is just too big for Charlotte. I mean, you know, when you got 6'5", 6'3", you know, on the baseline, and athletic, it's a tough matchup.
Westmore said with River Baldwin, she does a great job of varying up our defense, varying up our offense inside. She can play in a lot of different roles.
And then when she gets the ball down, she gets deep down low. I mean, she gets position, and she's a big target. She puts that hand up. You got to throw it to her.
We talked about post players. How important would Baldwin be against Aaliyah Boston in South Carolina?
Oh, she's going to be very important. You know, she can play defense. She has long arms. You know, she's a tough shot to get over. You know, when she has her arm straight up.
So Madison Hayes finally gets a breather after a tough 16 minutes. Boykin looks to create, and that's swatted.
Yeah. Too much size down there.
James is poked. Good steal. Lawrence up ahead.
The fans thought she was fouled.
Now the open three. Knocked in.
Lawrence can go inside, outside, and that's what they're going to have to do to get back in this game. They're going to have to knock down some three-pointers.
Only the third triple for Charlotte tonight. That's a big one. Zia James a bit off.
That's her shot, though.
She couldn't miss on Sunday. Baldwin soaring up for that rebound.
Did you see the extension?
It's like a 7-foot wingspan when you grab it. Collins gets her board.
And one.
Contact. Ernie Myers, what a second chance bucket.
Yeah, she didn't give up. She missed the first shot. She's like, man. Got the rebound back, put it up strong. Here's Mimi. She got hit on the first one and got hit on the second one. She should have got, she'd rather have the second one than the first one with the and one. But again, the size of NC State is just, it'll wear teams down. You know, yeah, and they're not giving up. They keep coming at you.
To your point, Rember 3 fouls. Busick 3 fouls. That's hard to replace down low.
Yeah, that's hard to replace.
19 fouls for the 49ers, who've come from behind a bunch this year. Remember, a 21-point comeback in the fourth quarter against App State. Much taller task tonight versus number 10 NC State. It's a rattled out 3, almost helped.
See, and this is Sinai Rivers. She can get the rebound and push the ball up the court.
Game playing with pace here in the second quarter. Have not said Jada McMillan's name much after that first quarter. 6 quick points.
Yeah, the transition D of the Wolfpack is phenomenal in this first half. They get back on defense.
Holding Charlotte to 30% shooting. Collins on the mismatch.
There's nothing they can do.
Busick playing with 3 fouls. She can't touch her.
No, she got 3 fouls. There's nothing you can do with Mimi Collins coming at you at 6'3".
Is that the game plan then for Westmore? Pounded in the paint?
Pounded in the paint. The Wolfpack has always been an inside-out team. That's how Coach Moore plays.
Lawrence navigates through everyone. Gets her own board.
She just tossed that one up there.
Yeah, fourth shot for Deja Lawrence. 7 points.
And even the drives to the basket for the 49ers have become more difficult because of the size of the Wolfpack down low.
Bobby floats in a beauty. So you factor in the post presence with the jump shot. That's a hard team to defend.
Yeah. She's so skilled with the jump shot, with the moves to the basket. Camille Hobby, she's been through it. She knows how to play this game.
NC State riding a 6-0 run. Rivers. Can't hit. And Rivers with a sloppy foul. Camille Hobby checks into the game and scores right away for NC State.
And this is what she does. As soon as she gets down low, here she does. Sizes you up. Okay, you gonna let me get that? Bang. She does that all day.
Tim Duncan, the way she plays.
Yeah.
Her touch, her presence in the paint, that's a veteran move from Camille Hobby.
Absolutely, and she does that all day in practice, and she implements it in the game. The big fundamental, as Jack called him, Tim Duncan.
She's a double-figure scorer, too, for NC State. 1 of 4 for the Wolfpack. McMillan. Charlotte needs a bucket here. They can't hit. Wow, Boyd gets fouled. I thought she might have traveled, but there's
See,
contact.
they took Mimi Collins out, and they came back in with Jada Boyd. I mean, they just keep coming. The trees keep coming in the game. And there's nothing you can do about it. I mean, and they all can play.
If a tree falls in the forest and no one's there to hear it, did it actually make a sound?
In this game, yes.
Those trees are led by the tallest oak, Jada Boyd, with 11 points. You get your Christmas tree yet, Ernie?
Nah, not yet.
You're a post-Thanksgiving guy?
Nah. I mean, down here they have Thanksgiving. Like, they have the parade, like, early, even before Thanksgiving.
That's coming up this Saturday in Raleigh.
Yeah, I'm a Harlem guy, New York. We don't start thinking about Christmas until December.
Until the snow comes down, right?
Yeah.
NC State up 26, pulling away in this second quarter.
So you got to play defense for Westmore, man, and they're playing great perimeter defense right now.
Charlotte only shooting 16% as Tracy Houston threw up a wicked shot. By the way, I love the hair for Tracy Houston.
Yeah, she bought it today.
The Pitt transfer.
Yeah. She's rocking that Dennis Rodman look.
I was going to say cotton candy, but I like that reference too. 10 seconds left in the half. Johnson doubled.
Split the defense.
Open three.
Right. Kia Brown-Turner crashing the boards. Couldn't get that rebound. But that's Jessica Timmons' shot. She can knock that three-point shot down.
Well, when you score 49 points in the first two quarters, I guess you're bound to miss from time to time.
Yeah, right.
So Maya McGraw re-enters for Charlotte. Last chance for the Niners. This is up in time. And NC State taking over in this second quarter. What do you thought of the Wolfpack from two frames?
I mean, they just size, and more size. I mean, 49ers have nothing for the NC State front line, and they're getting the ball inside. I don't know how many points in the paint NC State has yet.
26.
26 points in the paint in the first half. You can't win letting that happen in this game.
That's the king of the trees. Westmore leading his club to halftime, up by 26 here at the break.
What's going on? Welcome into this ACC Network Halftime Report. I'm Kelsey Riggs. welcome into this ACC Network Halftime Report. I'm Kelsey Riggs. We'll get you out to the game you're watching in just a few minutes. But first of all, we know it's not about how you start. It's about how you finish. And man, did we get off to a good start at ACC basketball tip-off this year. Here's a look back at some of the best moments. It is a beautiful morning here in the Queen City as we welcome you into Uptown Charlotte. Hoop season is almost upon us. Coach Westmore, who apparently didn't get the bright colors memo. Coach, what happened?
I didn't want to take away y'all shine.
Okay.
You know, I don't want to be the shade.
It was supposed to be a segment on what I can juggle, but I was like, oh, might as well, and I just threw it behind me. I was on a juggling team.
There's a juggling team?
At my elementary school.
That's all you can ask is like for your coach to be a great basketball coach, and we have a great basketball coach.
He's the smartest man in the world, so I want to be with the smartest man in the world any day.
Wait, he says that?
Yeah.
I want a Forever 21 shopping spree with Deja. I think you could pick out a nice outfit for me for the next Carolina game, right?
Absolutely. A lot of blue.
These transfers that you got, Ashley Wusu and Taylor Soul, I know you're excited about them.
Best hour of my life, of my recruiting life.
Yeah, better clarify that.
My wife's probably watching.
Let's see it. Let's see the number. You're a big Allen Iverson fan.
I don't have all the wisdom to give. I'm still trying to learn something too. But I have a lot to give. So if you have it to give, you should give it. You should give it freely, and you should try and help your players be great.
Being able to come back, being 20 minutes, 30 minutes away from home, get to go home, and mom cooks me dinner sometimes. I actually got a puppy too, so she helps out with my puppy.
Yeah.
Since I've been sitting here on this desk since 8 a.m., you, without question, have the best nail game of anybody.
Say it.
Nobody has been close.
Nobody even mentioned that over here.
You say your favorite animal is a flamingo. Because you think you look like a flamingo. You're skinny. Your favorite color is pink, and you like being by the water. Quote, I give flamingo. That is amazing.
I recently looked up what Stitch was, and I didn't know he was a koala.
About the Disney, good reference.
I didn't know what he was
on
either.
the ACC network.
Who is taller right now? Did we figure it out? Yeah.
Oh, they gave her a boost. That's not fair.
I'm still the tallest person.
No, I am taller.
Always so fun to visit with the coaches and the players at ACC tip-off. And you take a look at the ACC predicted order of finish. Louisville, of course, the team that made it to the Final Four last year, picked to win the league. We will see how it all plays out when it is all said and done here in the college hoops season. And in the meantime, the ACC PM crew has you covered weekdays, 4 o'clock right here on ACC Network. And as always, streaming live on the ESPN app. They'll keep you updated on what's going on around the league throughout the week. Enjoy the second half.
Welcome back to Raleigh. NC State rolling up 26. It's a great time in college basketball right now. Coming up on Feast Week, Turkey basketball, great atmosphere, and we learned a little bit about ACC players and their favorite Feast Week appetizers and food.
My favorite Thanksgiving side dish has got to be mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese. Collard greens.
That's for sure. You're like an old lady. Greens.
Macaroni and cheese.
Corn casserole.
Dressing.
Macaroni and cheese.
My favorite side for Thanksgiving is macaroni and cheese with the blanket. That's the cheese on the top. So when it's fresh out the oven, yeah, I want it with the blanket on it.
You know, Ernie, that list is very mac and cheese heavy.
Yeah, it was mac and cheese heavy, but somebody went real throwback with the greens. That's where I'm at, man.
Oh, the collard greens action?
Yeah, look, that's real Southern greens with the hot sauce, man. You can't go wrong with that, man. That's real. You know, it's some cranberry sauce. I'm there right now.
I'm going to the Myers house for Thanksgiving.
Fried turkey.
Speaking of which, we got some big games going on tonight in the ACC. Florida State looks like holding off Florida to pick up a big win in that Florida battle. Pitt, dominant, as you'd expect.
Yes.
North Carolina just ran South Carolina State out of the building in Carmichael today.
Yeah. Well, Coach said they got 5 WNBA players over there, so they should be running people out.
Miami will get fully healthy next week. They have a couple of starters out, but still dominating FAU. And then Virginia, a tight battle. First-year head coach in Charlottesville. That could be a program that they may keep an eye on in a couple weeks.
Yeah, and then there's a lot going on in Virginia right now with that tragedy. So
sending our thoughts to the folks in Charlottesville. When we come back, we'll get set for the start of the second half. NC State rolling over Charlotte. Welcome back to Reynolds Coliseum. NC State put up quite the offensive showcase in that first half. 49 points for Wes Moore's club, dominating Charlotte. We'll welcome you courtside with the former NC State legend, Ernie Myers. I'm Evan Budrovich. Ernie, 49 points is impressive, but how about the effort of Jada Boyd and company? They have carried the load tonight.
They have carried the load, the inside game. There's 26 points in the paint in the first half. So that's almost half of what they scored right here. So Jada Boyd just getting it done, doing it the right way.
13 points for Boyd.
Taking this rebound, give it here. This belongs to me, I got it. Jada Boyd crashing the boards. Here she is, step back, knocking the 3 down right in front of Sis, sitting on the bench. Here she is wheeling and dealing up with the left hand. She's giving them all. She's giving them an array of different post plays.
And then Madison Hayes, who played a ton of minutes in the first half, she continued to score well, 10 points.
Yeah, here's Madison Hayes on the putback. But more importantly for Madison Hayes, she's giving them the offense, but her defense in this game has stifled the 49ers.
She had the switch on McMillan playing defensively and shut her down. Certainly helped with the rims, Connor. Here's that defense.
Yeah, she is. With the tie-up right there.
And the mouthpiece to show it. Her effort is great defensively.
She's just intense on the court.
Look at those field goals. 20 of 36, 55% for NC State. And Charlotte, who hit almost every shot early, 4 of the first 5, really struggled down the stretch.
And the Wolfpack, 28 rebounds. 8 assists. And the 26 points in the paint. And they're shooting 5 for 9 from 3-point range. I mean, that's a recipe for a win.
Kara Consuegra's club, they know how to come back. 21-point comeback in the opener at App State. I would not sleep on Charlotte this third quarter.
No. They're not going to give up. They're not going to lay down. That's for sure.
A championship roster all over the place for Charlotte. 2 WNITs and an NCAA tournament the last 3 years. As McMillan finishes it off. Nice start.
Yeah, nice start from McMillan. Nice pull-up jump shot.
That's what she did in the first 5 minutes. Attack Johnson at 6 quick points.
And that's what she has to do. The coach wants her to score more, be more assertive on offense. And Madison Hayes, if she can continue to knock that three-point shot down all season, NC State's going to be a tough out. Madison Hayes is shooting the lights out. 3 of 4 from downtown. Another weapon for this NC State offense. And an illegal screen on Maya McGraw. And she's playing tough defense. I mean, she's getting the best play on defense, on offense, and she's giving them the business on the other side, on the other end.
What makes Westmore smile?
Great defense. You know, coach, he's not going to smile about too much. NC State can, score 100 points, and the other team doesn't score, and he'll find something wrong. That's what great coaches do. He's going to find the ward. He's going to say, hey, something didn't go right.
How about that offensive tip to Boyd?
Jada Boyd is everywhere.
Hobby had a nice volleyball tap there to Boyd, who's been unstoppable tonight. 15 points. Boykin steps back.
Hand in her face.
No easy shots for Charlotte tonight.
Here's Diamond on the push.
Whoa. A lot of contact. NC State has dominated on the boards tonight.
Yeah, and here it is right here. Missed shot. Who's flying in? Or scooping it in? Jada Boyd underneath.
Do you think Hobby knows where she's tipping that ball? Or is that just good timing by Boyd?
I think that was just good timing.
Because she was in the right position there to catch and finish.
And that's what happens when you crash the offensive glass, man. When you're active underneath, and she has a lot of bounce, and she's been just scoring at will.
28 points on the point for NC State. That's more than Charlotte scored tonight as McMillan hits the 2.
McMillan can score. I can see why coach wants her to shoot the ball more. I mean, she's been an all-conference performance. She needs to shoot the ball more. She needs to be more aggressive.
16 points a game last year for McMillan. Now she has to guard Diamond Johnson, which is no easy assignment, and a foul here on Hayes. It's one of those risks you take where you're super eager on the boards. You're bound to commit a few fouls.
Yeah. Madison Hayes crashing the boards, and she plays with reckless abandon.
Lawrence with a tough look, and that is pretty.
Yeah, this Charlotte team is not going to give up. So they're going to keep coming at you.
The degree of difficulty for the shots tonight of the Niners is amped up. So give Kara Consuegra's club credit, hitting shots in the second half. Now, can they stop shots is the other question.
Jakia Brown-Turner, man. That's the Jakia Brown-Turner of old right there. Nice drive to the basket, nice pull-up, soft left-hand jump shot.
1,010 points in Jakia's career. I need that fancy number, 1,111. Love when they all synchronize. First paint touch for Maya McGraw, who quickly kicks it out.
The defense for the Wolfpack is just stifling.
Down to 2. This is off. Good look for Lawrence.
Yeah, she almost knocked that down, but great defense.
And Deja Lawrence is a 50% three-point shooter.
Here's Hobby.
Whoa. Yeah, she traveled. NC State has littered the scoreboard tonight, Ernie.
Yeah, it's coming from everywhere. It's a balanced scoring attack from the Wolfpack here. Here you have Diamond averaging 13 points, Madison Hayes 10 points. Isaiah James, she hasn't really scored yet this game, but she's going to get in. She's going to get hers. And Jada Boyd she's been a star in this game so far.
A new leading scorer every night in the first 4, which I find fascinating. Good teams find a way to have all the scorers as Lawrence heats up. How dangerous does that make NC State when 4 to 5 different players can lead you in scoring?
They have confidence. Everybody on this team can play. You know what I mean? 11 players. You know, he's played everybody so far this season. Beautiful dish by Diamond. Hobby just could not finish.
As Hobby commits the foul, this schedule heats up for NC State. It'll be tested with the likes of West Virginia, Iowa, Georgia. They need big players to step up.
Here's Diamond with a nice dish to Hobby. Hobby just could not finish.
I think she took a tough contact there. Came down hard.
She got up. She's tough.
Charlotte has made 4 of its first 6 shots in the half. We have a reach-in foul here, I believe on Hayes. There's Madison Hayes. 2 fouls in the half.
I didn't see that foul. I didn't see that one.
And Madison said the same thing. Wait, me?
Me?
Yeah, her, yes, but me.
Yeah.
No.
I thought she kind of lost the ball, but hey.
That was Roy Jackson making the call, one of our officials tonight. Lawrence creates space.
Tough shot by Lawrence, man.
That's a great bounce.
Yeah. She gets a nice lift off that jump shot, too.
In today's modern college basketball, you don't see many teams that live and die by the jumper. Charlotte's been executing, though, in those plays.
Yeah, they've been getting the nice shots in the lane. In the lane. There she is right here.
This is 1990s.
Coming off a nice screen.
NBA.
Nice pull-up. Knocked it down.
Little Jay Smooth, Jamal Crawford type of play. A little crossover, a little step back, and a little contact. That's offensive. Busick takes the charge. There is a no-quit mentality here in Charlotte.
No, there's no quit in Charlotte. Here to go. Here's Jakia drop to the basket. Good call by the official. Bostic worked hard. She paid for that, too.
Would you ever have said that as an offensive player? Do you say nice call?
No. You never give the Zebras any credit while in the game. Oh!
So Jakia gets tripped after forcing the steal, and she gets it right back.
That was a hard fall by Jakia Brown-Turner. Playing the passing lane.
NC State, they've only forced 6 turnovers, but they've made Charlotte's life so difficult.
Yeah, I mean, they're getting the ball inside. And again, the size.
And Jakia Brown-Turner stepped out of bounds. That'll lead us to immediate timeout. NC State and Charlotte shooting it well, but the Wolfpack sitting comfortably here in the third. Midway through this third quarter, the Charlotte dynamic duo of Michaela Boykin and Deja Lawrence have been slightly slowed down today. NC State making it tough for the 49ers.
Oh, they're making it really tough. I mean, it's hard to get into the lane. It's hard to get any drives to the basket. They're challenging every shot that the 49ers put up. I mean, it's just the defensive intensity has not let down for the Wolfpack.
Maybe the biggest moment of the game was Westmore and his staff recognizing, hey, we have to stop Deja Lawrence, put Madison Hayes on her, and that's settled things down.
Yeah, Madison Hayes has done a great job, on McMillan and Lawrence.
A lot of contact. Count it! Three-point play chance for Deja Lawrence.
Deja Lawrence said, hold up. Deja Lawrence said, hold up, I got 13 here. Here's 16 right here. You know what I mean? Tough, strong, and one to the basket for Deja Lawrence.
Deja Lawrence, who spent her high school years in Charlotte, named to the All-Decade team in Charlotte High School. A really good local product. And the way she can score, that's a difference maker for this club.
Yeah, she can score inside out, but that's one of the few layups that they had in this game. Most of them have been short jump shots, no drives to the basket. That was one of the few layups they got in this game.
A 7-0 run for the 49ers. Clock under 10. Rivers sizes up. That's a pretty jumper.
That's a pretty jumper.
Sanaya Rivers.
And Sanaya Rivers can hit that nice little pull-up jump shot. She's 6'1", and she's been working on that shot.
She was a 2-point-a-game scorer for the national champs last year for Don Staley.
Yeah, she played in the majority of those games that year. I mean, don't let the point per game average fool you. She can play.
McMillan late in the clock. Hobby on the switch with the rejection. If you add Sanaya Rivers to the mix, this NC State team is that much deeper.
Unbelievable. Here she is right here. Nice drive to the basket, nice pull-up. If she can hit that on a consistent basis, the sky's the limit for Sanaya Rivers.
So the shot clock is being adjusted. It was not a violation. Let's see how much time they add on. It's like the countdown to New Year's Eve, right?
Yeah, 4.4 seconds.
And they're going to review this, which turns into a media timeout. So we'll take a quick timeout and come back in a second here in Raleigh. out of the timeout. 0.8 seconds added to the clock. Here's how it all unfolds.
Good defense by the Wolfpack.
Ball goes out of bounds there. That's a good call.
Yeah, that's a good call. Good call by the Zebras.
John Capolino and his crew. Catch and shoot.
Oh!
Executed nicely.
Yeah, that was a nice execution, inbound play.
Remember, 49 short. Jada Boyd is fighting for everything. Hair gets tangled up.
Oh, look at Madison Hayes flying through the lane.
With the finish.
Getting that offensive rebound. The Wolfpack has 8 offensive rebounds in this game.
I want to know if one of our low court camps had the angle of that hair tussle. Because Boyd's hair got caught in Rembert's hair, and they started untangling each other. Got some inches to work with.
I never had that problem.
Rembert spinning with ponytails everywhere. Blocked.
Jada Boyd. Get that out of here.
Boyd says long hair don't care with the rejection. She faces up Busick.
Camille Hobby is just...
Whoa! I didn't think she had that shot in her arsenal. That's like a Dwayne Wade 10-foot fadeaway.
Yeah, that was like a leaping leaner.
Old school style of basketball for Camille Hobby, the senior.
Camille Hobby looks for her shot. she's going to get on the board.
And we know it was some of the big players of Iowa, UConn coming up. Aaliyah Edwards, they'll need Hobby to produce well.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. She has the experience. She's played against some of the best big women in the game. Here she is, the nice jump shot. Here she is, Madison Hayes crashing the boards.
And then some defense here for Boyd.
Boyd said, get that out of here. Not in my house.
A house where NC State has won 48 straight games against non-conference opponents.
Oh, man, this is a tough place to play. And yeah, if you look around here, you know, the fans, the support of the fans here in Valvano Arena at Reynolds Coliseum, they support this team.
And I do want to clarify, unranked non-conference opponents. The loss to South Carolina last year in this building.
And Georgia.
That rattled out. Oh,
last year.
Madison Hayes was like the string that connected the players, and when she pulled, everyone else fell apart. That's why I got to tie her laces double knotted.
Here's Sanaya Rivers on the pull-up.
Watch this. Wait for it. Okay, well, I'm going to leave.
Oh.
Oops. Did I trip you?
They were boxing out hard on that play. That's what I can say.
Charlotte looks to stop a 6-0 run as Kiana Rembert heads to the line. She had 13 and 9 in the opener at App State. Here's Saturday's Week 12 ACC Network College Football at noon Eastern. 7-3 Duke. They've won 3 straight. They square off against 6-4 Pitt, who won 2 in a row. And capped off with a primetime Wake Forest and Syracuse at Truist Field in Winston-Salem.
Yeah, she's a good-looking freshman, Rampart.
Are you ready for some football in it?
Yeah.
We got Feast Week. We got women's college basketball. Big week.
Oh, man, this is the best time of the year right now, man. All the tournaments. And
had some rivalry football into.
Whoa, Mimi. She kind of rushed that.
Deja Lawrence, like a bat out of hell, goes to the bucket.
Going to the hole.
Back the other way.
Beautiful pass.
JBT, that's lovely.
Sanaya Rivers with her head up. Finds Jakia Brown-Turner for the nice layup.
Charlotte has not scored in 3 minutes. Coach Kunzweiger mentioning, we want to build up to the level of NC State. What do they learn from a night like this, where the shots just haven't fallen?
It's just tough, man. This is a tough place to play. And look at River Baldwin. She didn't even have to jump.
Because Charlotte's been to the pinnacle, defeating Middle Tennessee State in the tournament, heading to the NCAA's, playing Indiana. But to take that next step, they have to beat a team like NC State.
Yeah, they would have to beat a team, a ranked team You know, it's just too much experience out here on the court right now for the Wolfpack. Size, strength, you know, athleticism.
And Jada McMillan's not afraid of the challenge.
No. That's one thing. They're not going to give up. I mean, they're going to keep fighting. That's the spirit of their coach. That's what she, you know, she's going to lose. She might lose this game, but they're going to go down swinging.
And Cara Conswagler, she was an All-American in 2001 at Iowa. She said, yeah, I get to peek into those Iowa games from time to time. Another top 10 team at NC State hits the bucket right before the buzzer.
Jakia Brown-Turner.
Jakia Brown-Turner, Jada Boyd. It's the senior night for NC State.
Here she is, taking them straight to the hole. Jakia Brown-Turner, making it look easy.
One of the Ernieisms this year is stay to play on the court. Play to stay in this deep roster for NC State. 9 players with 15 minutes. Jada Boyd's done her part. And how about just the balance of scoring? Can this team, how do you find out who's going to play, who's not going to play?
Well, Madison Hayes has claimed that spot she's trying to stay on the court here. Jada Boyd, she's been on. She's played to stay already. She's been here. She's got 3 rings.
To stay on the court is Isaiah James off on that jumper.
But yeah, I mean, they got a balanced scoring attack. I mean, 15 players have, 15 minutes a game for each one of these players.
And here's the well-rested Diamond Johnson.
Beautiful pass.
With a dime. She finds Mimi Collins.
Diamond Johnson with a head up. Leading Mimi Collins to the basket for the nice lay-in.
3 more assists for Johnson. 13 dimes on the year. Only 1 turnover.
She's not scoring the ball like you would normally see Diamond Johnson, but she's leading the team. She's delivering on the passes. She's not turning the ball over. She's leading this ball club.
That's the growth of the point guard position for the 3rd-year player. Good position.
Good kick out.
How about that pass?
Diamond Johnson, feet set. Forget it.
Don't sleep on the fact that Johnson has 9 3-pointers this year. That's in 4 games.
Yeah, that's how West inside out, man. River Baldwin found Diamond Johnson. She's got an assist.
Here's Jessica Timmons, who was part of that bench scoring threat for NC State. That's knocked out of bounds by Busey.
Here's Diamond Johnson on the push right here. Head up to Mimi Collins for the nice lay-in. Thank you, Don. And here she is here. River Baldwin said, okay, I'm getting an assist this game, Ernie. Diamond Johnson with a feet set splash.
Those are 2 of the 11 assists tonight for this team. And when you're 6'5" forwards passing it to your 5'6" guard.
Yeah, I mean, licks lights out.
How about that pass to Johnson? Knocking down the 3.
Diamond Johnson must have heard me. I said, she hasn't scored the ball too much. She said, be quiet, Ernie. I'm going to knock 2 threes down.
The fact that Diamond Johnson can only have 6 points, and yet this team's clicking offensively, what does that say?
Yeah, but she's doing more. I mean, she's delivering on the assists. She's contributing in every facet of the game for the Wolfpack. And she's leading them.
And that's what NC State needs come NCAA, ACC tournament time. The better she can play, the better this team gets.
Absolutely. I mean, she's proven to me and a lot of people in these first 4 games that she's more than just a scorer.
As Jada McMillan hits the jumper, we'll take a
and she hasn't turned the ball over.
We'll take the media as well. NC State continuing to lead by 32. This stretch begins a difficult slate of games for NC State. You look at the opponent, final net, top 100 in the country. That's the best in the ACC.
Yeah.
Look at these road visits. Iowa, UConn, and Georgia, who beat NC State last year. Hard schedule.
Yeah, hard schedule. Overtime game here against Georgia. Asia Fudd is averaging 29 points a game. She had a 32-point game the other night against against Texas. And Kaylin Clark, she's just, she might be player of the year in the country.
Both on the Wooden Award watch list, and those two guards are coming up for NC State the next 2 weeks. Think of the star power in those matchups.
Yeah, there's some big games coming up.
And if NC State's defense can travel, that's one thing that Coach Westmore, he'd love to see in those matches.
Your defense has to travel. Your offense might not travel with you, but your defense has to travel in order for you to win.
Think about UCF last year. The Knights led the country in scoring defense, 46 points allowed. NC State, more of that defensive mindset tonight.
Yeah, Coach Moore always says, man, your defense has to remain consistent. Your shots might not fall. Your offense might not click all the time, but your defense has to remain consistent.
There's a good three for Charlotte on the other end. Johnson navigates. Oh my goodness.
Diamond Johnson just weaving through the lane with a nice scoop shot. She can shoot the three. She can go to the hole. She can dish the ball.
Timmons forces the turnover.
Nice bounce pass.
Yeah. How about that?
See how she separated. She spread it on the break. Timmons and got the ball to Isaiah James for the nice lay-in.
NC State has scored 80 points in all 4 games to start the year. And yet defense might be the biggest story of this night. As Baldwin goes down, she's fouled.
She went down hard.
Our next All Access, the ACC Live premieres Sunday. It features Virginia women's soccer, Louisville volleyball, and Syracuse men's soccer. You'll get unprecedented access into the lives of these student athletes, coaches and staff, 7 Eastern right here on ACC Network and the ESPN app. I love those behind-the-scenes stories. Learn a lot about these kids.
Yeah, you learn a lot by All Access ACC. They get deep with it.
Another three-pointer for NC State. That's 9 tonight.
Isaiah James, man, she can light it up real quick.
Remember, she scored 19 on Sunday in the blink of an eye. Just talk about your play-to-stay mentality. These players want to earn minutes.
Oh, yeah, every minute counts. They're looking at every play. They keep shot charts of every shot that goes up, inside, outside. Getting back on defense. It doesn't matter what the score is.
And here's Sophie Hart checking in. The 11th player, all 11 have now played for NC State.
River Baldwin played a great game tonight. She came to play. This is the best game she's played since she's been here.
I saw a smile from Westmore.
Yes.
Keep in mind.
Yes. He's going to need her against Connecticut. The next game.
The Fatheads are on full display. Didn't affect the second shot.
Davis returning to the Charlotte lineup.
Michaela Boykin in her return to Raleigh. 7 points, 3 fouls. Had a hard night. Good steal.
River Baldwin. Sanaya Rivers.
You're thinking of River. I can see what you're saying. Cape Fear River. The feed into Raleigh.
River tried to run through it, but she got stopped.
That's called a dam, my friend. Built by a beaver.
Oh, man. Timmons.
And Timmons runs through the dam with a charge. It's going to go overboard.
Jessica Timmons can get tricky with it when she wants to. She can handle that basketball.
J.C. Busick remains down. And here comes the training staff for Charlotte.
Yeah, she went down hard.
Got the wind knocked out of her.
Here's Jessica Timmons on the shake hand. Going to the basket hard. Yeah, she knocked the wind out of her.
You know, it's one thing to take that charge, it's the other to get the physicality of that play.
Yeah, she got the wind knocked out of her. I mean, you just see it. She was in pain.
JC had a
But she stood her ground. You know, you got to take those fouls.
3 charges tonight.
Yeah.
Those add up. A lot of physicality. Charlotte also has a tough schedule coming up. Illinois, Clemson, and Wake Forest in the next 2 weeks. I love how these programs not afraid to test one another coming into conference play. Whether it's the ACC or Conference USA, as that one bounces in.
Isaiah James. Just to look, she's serious about it, man. Look, the intensity on her face in a 40-point ball game.
Is that offensive? You bet.
Jessica Timmons said, I can do that too.
I can deliver the blow, I can take the blow.
Take the blow. Here's Jessica Timmons standing her ground. But you see how she took the charge? She put her arms up. That's how you're supposed to take a charge. You know, she protected herself, and they ran into her, she fell down. That's how you supposed to, that's textbook right there. Isaiah James. She's putting it up. But she can do that.
The other way, knocks it home.
Yeah, Lawrence, I think she has 18 now.
18 points.
She's going to get her average.
Deja averages 20 entering tonight.
Here's Sophie Hart. Nice pass by Sophie.
Foul on the floor. Rembert reached in. How dangerous can this NC State team be?
Very dangerous. I mean, the weapons they have inside, outside. They have veterans out here who've won 3 ACC championships. You got, you know, Jakia Brown-Turner. You got Diamond Johnson. Jada Boyd is playing lights out. And anybody that's coming in the game has contributed positively to the outcome of this game. And, yeah, and Madison Hayes has 15 points and 6 rebounds.
And Timmons joins the party with a 3. She's got her first points. Just when you think, what can you see? 10 players have scored for NC State.
Yeah, the only one who hasn't scored yet is Sophie Hart. Ooh, Jessica Timmons, she can handle that ball.
Charlotte native playing her hometown team, North Mecklenburg High School.
There's Mimi Collins. That's her shot right there. That nice mid-range pull-up shot. She can knock that down with consistency.
Timeout, Charlotte. We'll take a quick break here in Raleigh. Come back for the final 3 minutes and we return. The proudest mom in the building tonight. Jada and Aja Boyd's mom. Aja, the GA at Charlotte. Jada, of course, for NC State.
Proud mom. 2 kids in college, 1 working, and 1 is just showing out tonight on the court here.
Enjoying watching her daughters both have success in basketball.
Absolutely.
Jada's club is rolling here in the second half, searching for a 4-0 start.
Sophie, she wasn't ready.
There's a reach and foul. Roach poached in. Cameron Roach out of Hopkins, South Carolina. And Jada, with her mom in attendance, has a pretty good night.
Oh yeah. She came to play. She knew her sister was in the building. Her mom sitting over there. Jada Boyd is just, I believe, and I believe she could be a WNBA player.
So Timmons had the SportsCenter top 10 play on opening night. She looks to have another there with a nice little deke, and then the jumper, the foul.
Yeah, she has a nice, she has that side step, that nice juke step. She throws you off balance, and then she goes to the basket.
Timmons definitely puts up the quote-unquote highlight plays.
Yeah, and she one of the highest scoring high school women's basketball players in the state of North Carolina.
2,000 points in North Mecklenburg.
Yes.
And she plays 9th or 10th fiddle on this team. You know, things are going well when the head coach sits down for the final 2 minutes.
He gave everybody a pound just a few minutes ago, saying good job.
This club will hit the road for UConn coming up in 4 days. Top 10 team.
Yeah, another Sunday afternoon game. But this time on the road.
And look at
the defense.
Dominate
Up
Texas
40
a couple of nights ago. That'll be a heck of a matchup. They're traveling on Charlotte. What will NC State need to do well from playing one level of competition to an elite program in UConn?
Man, they just got to continue to play like they've been playing. You know, just keep playing. Oh.
One of
Tough
the few
shot.
blemishes tonight. James knew it, pointed to her chest.
She's an excellent three-point shooter. I mean, she can shoot the ball.
How about that? 32 bench points for NC State. It comes in bunches for Westmore's club. 5 in double figures. And James the steal.
They still playing hard. They're not giving up. I mean, they're getting on the floor. They're diving for loose balls. Sanaya James is playing the passing lanes. You know, it's play to stay, man. You know, coach got to have confidence putting you in a game like Connecticut, you know, against UConn or Iowa or Georgia or just in the ACC.
Sanaya Rivers to the free throw line.
You know, it's one of the toughest conferences in the country this year.
RPI-wise, NC State, #2 in the country last year. They want to be #1.
They want to be #1. And they're not running from anybody. They have enough talent on this ball club to play with anybody in the country.
Speaking of anybody, Saturday morning, 11 a.m. Eastern, the ACC Huddle Crew will be at Truist Field in Winston-Salem. At Wake Forest, get you ready for a full day of football. We'll also have halftime, pre- and post-game shows throughout the day. At 6:30, get the full wrap-up of the afternoon games and get set for tonight's primetime. Syracuse and Wake Forest on ACC Network at 8 o'clock.
Sanaya Rivers missed both free throws, which will not have any effect on the outcome of this game.
Might have an effect on a race to 100 points.
Yeah, or her free throw percentage average. Come on, Sophie.
We talked earlier in the game about Westmore finding things to take notes of in the next practice.
Oh, yeah, there's always warts. He's always, Coach Axel, yeah, he has to find the warts, man. It's going to be something in this game, and they're almost up by 50.
7 players with at least 8 points. As Charlotte stepped out of bounds, that was Cameron Roach, the Kentucky transfer. She's a 3-time all-academic standout at Kentucky. Liberal arts major, getting a graduate degree at Charlotte this year.
Yeah, there's 30 seconds left. They're going to get the ball into Sophie.
Hart begging for it. And
jump ball.
Yeah.
Sophie looked at her like, what are you talking about? I was mauled.
That'll go down as NC State's 12th turnover of the night, closing out the game on a 12-2 run.
Sanaya James is playing the passing lane with 10 seconds left.
And Rivers will go to the free throw line here, 9 seconds left. A chance to make up for the last missed free throws.
I mean, the intensity level on defense hasn't given up. And NC State is up almost 50 points.
On line number 22, Sanaya Rivers.
Sanaya Rivers to the free throw line. Well, we have a minute. ACC PM with Mark Packard, Trey Boston, and Taylor Tannenbaum. They'll talk football. We'll also have the latest from around the conference. Weekdays at 4 Eastern right here at ACC Network and the ESPN app. Sophie Hart a rebound, but can't hit to close out the night.
She got one up, though. She got one shot up in this game.
Absolute dominance for NC State. Undefeated conference champions coming in, and the Wolfpack cruise to a 96-48 victory.
They just had too much for the 49ers. I mean, you know, inside, outside, the defense was just stifling. They shut them down. The Wolfpack they just had too much for the 49ers in this game tonight.
10 players score for NC State. The homestand checked a lot of boxes for Wes Moore's club.
Yeah, checked a lot of boxes for this ball club, and it's a good send-off to play against a great UConn team.
NC State heads to UConn, but for here in Raleigh, we say good night. Ernie Miners, Evan Budgerich, and our crew, good night from Raleigh. This is the presentation of ESPN.